It's time to get your Clix fix.
Welcome back to Clix Fix. I'm Rory. It's been about a week since I've been able to play with these petite plastic people, but I think I stick with that one, petite plastic people. Although some of them aren't really people in Heroclix, as opposed, there's monsters and all those things. Anyways, most of them are people. We'll call them petite plastic people. Anyway, welcome to Clix Fix again. Today we're going to be doing another one awesome Clix video, and this one's going to be kind of a throwback. I didn't want to. I never got around to doing any videos when this main piece came out. I wasn't creating any videos back then, but I really liked it, and it's in silver now. But I still really like it. It's not a hugely meta figure or anything, but super fun. And he's a I know a favorite character of a lot of people. Not necessarily mine, but we'll show you who this guy is. It's Larfleeze. Now, I actually can't see the screen that's being recorded right now, so I don't know how the visual is there. But Larfleeze from the Batman Team Up set. I got him in sealed when the set first came out. Can't remember how that tournament went. Don't think I won, but it was really fun to pull him. Any of the lanterns were a lot of fun to play with in that set. I did not get a brick of it back then, but I was lucky enough to get this one. I don't think I got any of the primes. I pulled the Chase Batman in a random pack one time. But really fun set. So today we're going to build a Silver Age team centered around Larfleeze. So let's take a look at it here. First, we'll take a look at Larfleeze himself. Silver Age, 400 points. Orange Lantern, his keywords: Orange Lantern, Cosmic, Herald, Monster. Now, there's a ton of really good monsters. I know I've made monster teams before, and I most likely will again. And there's getting to be more heralds, but a lot of them are higher in rarity, the different heralds. So I didn't really want to do a one awesome Clix build with him because the idea of doing one awesome Clix build is have one really cool figure that's super rare, chase, whatever, that is more difficult to get, and everything else is basically common, uncommon, rare stuff that's easier to get your hands on. So, Larfleeze, what does he do? First trait: what's mine is mine. Plasticity. Opposing characters within range can't automatically break away. So that's really fun, especially if you have poison, like you see he does. Like, no, you can't just get away. You're here. You're going to have to deal with it. When he has plasticity, it's going to make that difficult. I think the only way around it really is if they just ignore characters for movement purposes. So, and that's not necessarily just with him. It's like opposing characters within his range, which is a 6, which is decent these days. They can't automatically break away. He just has to be close enough, and then your other characters can lock others down. Second trait: not yours. I don't know how Larfleeze sounds. I haven't seen anything with him in it. I just think it's a funny kind of character, just like Orange Lantern, all about greed and everything. Anyway, the trait: Larfleeze can be equipped with any number of equipment at the same time. Love it. There's a lot more characters like that. I just did one on a Deadpool with the trophy. Can kind of do the same. Then, when a non-standard character within range and line of fire is KO'd, it can be friendly or non-friendly. He just has to see him within 6. After resolutions, you may roll a d6 and heal Larfleeze equal to half the result. Very, very useful. I think I didn't really even read that when I played him in Sealed. That might have helped me. I don't know. Here goes Zephyr. If you hadn't noticed, sorry, a little aside, I hadn't noticed I'm in my own office now in the new house. Got all my, that's the Heroclix wall back there, and Zephyr's being all crazy, if you can see that. Then comics, magic, random games, books. It's my nerd den. Don't I really have enough room to put up all the pictures that I want to put up? Because there's just not as much wall as there was in my garage before. Anyway, on with the team. On with Larfleeze. So that's his second trait, healing when other characters go down. Now he's got this special movement power, which he has at his 175 point top, but then just for one click at his 100 point dial. So that's the thing about him. I think he's a little too pricey point wise. So keep that in mind if you ever want to build around him. What are we doing? We're doing him at 100 points for this team. So we'll have this power for one click. Hopefully, if he gets knocked off it, he can heal back. It is Charge, Mind Control as free, but only to target non-standard opposing characters. So with all of the Colossals from Masters of Time, you do free mind controls on them. Anybody that's a giant, or like the Ant-Mans and Giant Mans or whatever that make themselves big or make other people big, he can mind control them as free. Ooh, if people try to use that one shot with the Pym particles, he could just mind control, what, 2 targets is free? That'd be pretty cool. Then he also has a special defense power just kind of in the middle of his dial at 100 points. And then he has it, again, if you're playing him at 175, he has it a little at the top too. Ooh. Towards the top. Barrier, Impervious. Barrier as free, but only to generate 2 markers. Free barrier is always great. Just don't do it if you see Darkseid around. Well, the new Darkseid from Masters of Time. Anyways, let's continue on. Now, I usually don't include like equipment is for this build, but it's Larfleeze. He's like one of the only Orange Lanterns. I think he's like basically the only Orange Lantern unless there are special circumstances. So we're going to give him the Orange Lantern ring. I don't have it. I wish I did, just so I could play with this, actually play this team. But this lets him use his ability to equip multiple things. As it shows, keywords that you need, Orange Lantern Core, which he has, and it'd be free. So, effect is Plasticity. If this character can already use Plasticity, which he can, it's traded, when it hits with a close attack, so that could be during mind control. So, when he hits with a close attack, that could be a regular attack or with his mind control. Either way, after resolutions, you may unequip a hit character and equip that equipment to this character. So that's how he can just take other people's equipment. And equipment is a huge thing these days, so awesome. It also gives them power. If no construct generated by this character was on your force this turn, generate an orange construct that hasn't been generated by this character this game. If this character has a listed keyword, its effect is activated as free. So, like all the rings, he can make these really cool constructs. He can do all sorts of things. Like the chainsaw is always nuts. But, great. That's the equipment you want to put on Larfleeze. So we're making a theme team of Cosmic here. really kind of difficult to make an Orange Lantern Corps team unless you're using multiple versions of Larfleeze or multiple of this figure. So we're going with Cosmic. And we'll go down the list here. Next is a lot of things in silver. Human Torch. Love this guy. He can basically, his leadership, it can be used on himself as well. It's like when he uses it and succeeds, friendly character does not have to be adjacent if it shares a keyword with him. He does not. He shares a keyword with himself, and he's not adjacent to himself, so he can use his leadership to clear tokens off of himself, which is fun. And knockback with Pulse Wave, always super fun. And you can hit people for 2 if you can knock them back in the right way. And he can do it with friendly characters. He can do it right in the middle. This is a really awesome character. 75 points for 6 clicks. Only has toughness defensively. So if he gets knocked down too quick, that's 75 points you're giving to your opponent. But he is a threat. I like him. And now we're moving to Supergirl. I've had her on other builds. I just really like this Supergirl. I was finally able to get my hands on one at 70 points, of course, because she is most dangerous at 70 points. And she has that, like the main thing here, her trait. When another friendly character is damaged by an attack, Supergirl hasn't healed them yet this turn. After resolutions, heal that character 1 click. So, yeah, she can just heal other characters when they get hurt. It's awesome. No stop clicks on Larfleeze to keep make that extra special, but she is cosmic. She is awesome. Great to include on a team. Now, another Fantastic Four character, Franklin Richards. I love this guy. I love pick powers. I love having a Swiss Army knife for a character. Now, he has that drawback of dealing damage to himself, but he's still just really good. Well, we'll read through him here, since I've never talked about him before in any other videos. If you want to read more about Supergirl, go to the One Awesome Clix video for old King Thor. Old King Thor, yeah. Anyway, Franklin Richards. Friendly characters with Fantastic Four keyword within 4 squares have power cosmic. So you can give that to the Human Torch. Franklin Richards can't be equipped, which makes sense given what happens, what he can do, and can only be healed by regeneration or the Fantastic Four team ability, which there is one there, Human Torch. The first time Franklin Richards would be KO'd by his own unavoidable damage, which we'll read about later, instead turn him to click 11. So he's 65 points, which seems like very, very little for an 11 click dial, but he does damage himself. And we'll see that here. He's got this power for all but his last click. Free, choose 3 standard powers. Any 3 standard powers. Doesn't matter what type, they could all be speed, they could all be damage, whatever. You could choose prob, perplex, and outwit, whatever. He can use the chosen powers until your next turn. Great, so that's his Swiss Army knife stuff. That he gets to choose 3 powers. At the end of your turn, if Franklin Richard activated this power or made an attack. So you kind of only want to do this on turns that he's gonna make an attack. Anyway, then roll a d6. Deal him unavoidable damage equal to half the result. So he could be damaging himself for up to 3 every time you do that. So you kind of don't want to make him you don't want to give him TK and have him TK somebody out there, because then you might just take 3 damage from using telekinesis. He you want him to be the attacker. If you can give him charge, flurry, and exploit weakness at the top to have him deal out 8 damage, ignoring reducers, except for invincible. Anyway, anybody that can reduce penetrating. So, yeah. But he could also choose regeneration and use that. Hopefully you heal for more than one, and then hopefully you take damage for less than whatever he healed. Okay, next. Moving on. We need a way, because Larfleeze just has charge, right? He's only got an 8 with charge, so it can only go 4. 4. He's got perplex there, so he could boost that up a little. But Jean Grey has telekinesis. She's a very useful piece. She's got the enhancement that can help Franklin if he's doing ranged attack stuff. She's just solid. Solid 50 points. She can do a little bit of damage. She's got the mind control, and she can do a crazy mind control when targeting all opposing characters within range, and if she does, after resolutions, deal her 2 unavoidable damage. So you got to weigh that, like how many targets can she get? How likely is it that she's going to get it? She only got a 10 attack, so keep that in mind. Telekinesis is kind of a special one if she uses it to place a friendly character this turn, which the point of her being on the team is to do that for Larfleeze, to place him where he needs to be. She may be given a range terrain action as free. So she could just, boom, hit somebody with some terrain, destroy it. What you might want to do with the special terrain out these days, like if they're taking advantage of standing next to the herb from the Black Panther set, heart-shaped herb, yeah, and they keep healing. Just if she can see it, just smash it over somebody's head. Anyway, that's Jean Grey. Then we'll move to Zarathos. Basically, he's here mostly to have some prob on the team. Probability control is always an incredibly useful power. His traits are mostly using interacting with other mystical stuff, other similar type characters, the Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, that kind of stuff. Screaming for vengeance, free, choose a friendly character. That character may make an attack, but only to target a character that, since your last turn, KO'd a friendly standard character or damaged Zarathos. So if they KO something, he can choose one of your guys to be able to make a free attack, which is pretty neat. If I was facing Zarathos, I would try to take him out first, especially if he's at 30 points. Just try to do like 3 penetrating damage to him and get him off the boards so that can't be activated. But so if you're using him, maybe protect him a little bit. See if you can get that off. If you get Larfleeze up in their face, then Zarathos has a little more space to move around because of that plasticity. There's no other characters on the team with the mystical team ability, so this would only come in, his second trait would only come into play if he survives an attack. But so you can take a look at that. I'll just keep moving on with this team building video. Or what you could do, if you have more equipment that you would like to do that instead, easy to take 30 point Zarathos off and 3 10-point equipment or whatever. You could split it up however you want among the rest of the team. You'd lose a prob unless you give prob to Franklin Richards, but yeah. Last figures on the team are 2 time breakers. This is another way you can get Larfleeze to move around or move their characters around. Tons of people have talked about Timebreaker before. He's just really good. Even with the errata, and I think the errata was definitely needed, that they can only move somebody once per turn, no matter how many of the Timebreakers you have. But you can pull another one out. I have 3, so I don't want to be pulling out one more to shoot Larfleeze. 3 more squares out from the starting, so you can put him 3 out. Have Jean Grey sidestep up, so she's 2 up, and then she can TK Larfleeze a bit further. Maybe not the full 4 because her range is only 5, but it can give a little bit more range to Larfleeze getting around. So that's the basic. That's the team that I got. Just fun with Larfleeze. There are other figures that you could look at. I've got a bunch here in the scratch base here. If you want to take a look at them, we'll take a look at a few. Mine Pool, kind of along the lines of getting the equipment you want out there. Now, like I did in the Deadpool video, you could put somebody on the team that is shifting focus or switches out or whatever. The butterfly, no, butterfly's tiny, you can't do that. Anyway, equip somebody that is going to switch out or leave, and have them drop the equipment, and Larfleeze can just equip it. That just takes actions and time for him. So that might be another reason you want to take off Zarathos and put in some equipment. But a lot of other great cosmic keyword characters. I love this Iwua. He's not stealing equipment, he's just copying powers from the opponents. And that's always fun. Put that on. Orb. I still don't have an orb. I want an orb because he's just so fun to, like, oh no, I rolled a crit miss, or I rolled a 1 and I'll make it a crit miss, which is actually yeah, orb was great. Brainiac, very useful, 30 points. It was very close between him and Zarathos, but I kind of wanted the prop. Oh man, there's just a lot of really good, especially in silver. It's just, there's so much. These ones I kind of limited to the rules of One Awesome Clix, just because if you start including the best super rare, chase, whatever cosmic characters, there are a ton of them, and they're really good, and definitely look at that.
Yes.
To pair with Larfleeze. But I love these guys. Let's get him off there. Oh, Fire Lord. He's fun. But Silver Surfer. Love this Silver Surfer. I don't have him, but he's really good. Ooh, Animal Man. This is for his stats, 40, 60 points. He doesn't really have anything special except for just what he can do. Like his numbers for 60 points and the powers that go with them are just solid. Kid Gladiator, he's a super fun rare to play with. So is this Groot from War of the Realms. Anyway, lots of great cosmic fun to play with to pair it with Larfleeze. But how have any of you used Larfleeze? I would love to hear any Larfleeze team builds you've done or faced. What would you do with him in the future? What do you want to pair with him? What if you're not sticking to the CURs to pair with Larfleeze? What super rares and everything else would you want to to team up with him. Love talking this stuff. Put it in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all the other YouTube stuff. And anything else that we need to say, Zephyr? Wait a second. She wants to show something. Oh, the Bigfoot? Yeah, I did get Bigfoot. I don't know if we'll do something with him in another video. I got him when I ordered myself I finally got around to getting the Christmas Guardians of the Galaxy set. So I got Bigfoot to come with that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using the Guardians of the Galaxy, especially with the new stuff that's getting spoiled for Collector's Trove. Awesome Guardians of the Galaxy in that one. I think they'd work well with these. Anyway, this has been Clix Fix. I hope I satisfied your craving, gave you a little fix for Heroclix, and we'll talk to you next time.